Hey Rick, I saw this ad on YouTube about making money while you sleep, and it said I could quit my job in like 3 months with passive income. That's real, right?
Oh, geez, Morty. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're doing this today. We're having the passive income talk because some douchebag in a rented Lamborghini convinced you that money just falls from the sky if you click the right buttons. Let me guess, he was standing in front of a mansion he doesn't own, talking about his 7 streams of income while trying to sell you a course for $2,000. Classic. Listen, Morty, I'm gonna blow your mind here with some actual science, some actual economics, not the fantasy garbage those YouTube parasites are peddling. Passive income, true passive income, where you do literally nothing and money just appears, doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's like Santa Claus, except Santa Claus doesn't try to sell you an overpriced course on chimney optimization. The only real passive income, and I mean completely zero effort passive income, comes from 3 sources. Inheritance, which requires your rich relatives to die and you to not screw up being born into the right family. Lottery winnings, which statistically you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning while being eaten by a shark. And maybe some kind of legal settlement where you get paid out over time, but that usually requires you to get hit by a bus first, so not exactly a business model I'd recommend.
But Rick, what about all those people online making millions from passive income? They can't all be lying, right?
Oh, Morty, you sweet summer child. You beautiful, naive sophisticate. They're not all lying, they're just redefining words until they're meaningless. It's like if I called this flask passive drinking because I filled it up this morning. See, when people talk about passive income, they actually mean 2 completely different things, and they mash them together to make it sound magical. First, you've got investment income. That's stocks, bonds, dividends, rental properties, all that boring adult stuff. Second, you've got entrepreneurial income, which is running a business. Now, investment income is the closest thing to passive that exists. But here's the thing, nobody tells you. To replace a median salary of like $50,000 a year with dividend income, assuming a conservative 4% yield, you need $1.25 million invested. Did you catch that, Morty? $1.25 million. You know how long it takes the average person to save that? Forever. It takes forever because they're too busy buying courses on passive income.
But what about that thing I heard about 7 streams of income? Rich people have 7 streams of income.
Oh God, the 7 streams. Morty, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret that these financial gurus don't want you to know. That whole 7 streams thing comes from a misquoted, misunderstood, completely bastardized reference to an IRS study. The study didn't say you need 7 streams. It didn't say 7 streams makes you rich. It observed that wealthy people, people who are already loaded, happen to have multiple income sources. That's correlation, not causation. You know what else correlates with being rich? Owning multiple cars. Should we all go buy 7 cars to become millionaires? No, Morty, because that's insane. And here's the kicker. Most of those income streams still require either money or effort or both. You want rental income. You need money for a down payment, money for maintenance, time to manage tenants who will absolutely destroy your property and then sue you because the toilet you fixed 3 times stopped working again. You want dividend income? You need a massive investment portfolio? You want business income? Congratulations. You just bought yourself a second job that pays worse than your first one for the first few years.
What about those trading bots? My friend said he's making like $200 a day with an automated trading bot.
Your friend is either lying, about to lose all his money, or both. Morty, listen to me very carefully. If automated trading bots actually worked consistently, the people who made them would use them themselves and become trillionaires. They wouldn't sell them to you for $97. Think about it. Why would anyone sell a money printing machine? They wouldn't. They're selling shovels in a gold rush, except there's no gold and everyone's just digging holes in their backyard like idiots. Same thing with these real estate hacks. No money down real estate. House flipping with other people's money. It's all survivorship bias. You see the one guy who got lucky and timed the market perfectly, but you don't see the 1,000 people who lost their shirts trying the same thing. That's like watching someone win at Russian roulette and thinking guns aren't dangerous.
But starting a business online is different though, right? That's actually passive.
No, Morty. No. No, 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 no. Running a business is the opposite of passive. I've started businesses across 17 dimensions, and you know what they all have in common? Work. Constant, never-ending, soul-crushing work. Long hours, stress, dealing with customers who think they know better than you, managing inventory, handling logistics, staying up at 3 a.m. because your payment processor decided to flag your account for suspicious activity.
But everyone says drop shipping is easy money.
Dropshipping? Morty, let me tell you about dropshipping. It's the business model equivalent of a participation trophy. Everyone gets to play, which means nobody wins. The barrier to entry is so low that you're competing with 10 million other morons who watch the same YouTube video you did. You're selling the same garbage products from the same Chinese suppliers with the same stolen product photos. Your competitive advantage is nothing. Your profit margins are paper thin. And the moment you find something that works, 17 other people copy you and undercut your price. Same thing with digital products, with content creation, with all these supposedly passive business models. You want to sell an ebook? Great. So do 40,000 other people in your niche. You want to start a YouTube channel? Awesome. You and everyone else with a webcam and delusions of grandeur. The success rate on these things is abysmal. We're talking 90% failure rate in the first 4 months. And of the 10% that survive, only 4% actually become profitable.
Then why do some people make it work?
3 reasons, Morty. Timing, luck, and effort. Usually all 3. The people who made money with dropshipping got in early, before it was saturated. They got lucky with their first product, and despite what they tell you in their course sales pages, they worked their asses off. They didn't make money while they slept. They didn't sleep, they were up at 2 a.m. dealing with angry customers and fixing broken Facebook ads. But here's the thing that really grinds my gears. You only hear about the winners. It's survivorship bias on steroids. For every success story you see in an ad, there are thousands of failures you never hear about. It's like going to a casino and only interviewing the people who won jackpots. Yeah, they exist, but the vast majority of people lost money. The house always wins, Morty. And in the passive income game, the house is the people selling you courses.
Wait, so the real passive income business is selling passive income courses?
Now you're getting it. The only consistently profitable passive income business is selling other people the dream of passive income. These gurus make money teaching you how to make money, teaching other people how to make money. It's turtles all the way down, Morty. It's a pyramid scheme with better marketing. Think about it. Some guy makes $20,000 drop shipping in his first year after working 80 hours a week. That's not a great hourly rate, but then he sells a course about drop shipping for $97, gets 1,000 students, and makes $97,000. Where do you think his focus shifts? He doesn't care about drop shipping anymore. He cares about selling courses. So he makes more courses about Amazon FBA, about Kindle publishing, about whatever the next trend is. And suckers keep buying because they think this time will be different.
So there's no such thing as passive income at all?
I didn't say that. I said true passive income, where you do nothing doesn't exist. What actually exists is front-loaded income. You do a massive amount of work up front. And then maybe, possibly if you're lucky, and you built something with actual value, you get some reduced effort income later. Notice I said reduced effort, not no effort. You write a book, that's months of work up front. Then maybe it sells for years and you get royalties, but you still have to market it, maintain your author platform, engage with readers. You build a rental property portfolio. That's years of saving and learning and dealing with contractors. Then you get rental income, but you still have to manage properties or pay someone to do it. You create an online course that's weeks of filming and editing and platform setup. Then you have to update it, provide support, handle refunds, market it constantly. The work doesn't disappear, Morty, it just shifts. And in most cases, it never really becomes passive. It becomes a different kind of active.
So what should people actually do?
Here's my advice, and I'm only gonna say this once because I have better things to do than be your financial advisor. First, go in with realistic expectations. If someone promises you'll make $10,000 a month in 90 days with no experience and no money, they're lying. If it sounds too good to be true, it's because it is too good to be true. Second, evaluate the actual time, risk, and capital required. Not what the sales page says, what reality says. Talk to people who failed. Read the 1-star reviews. Do actual research. Third, be skeptical of expensive courses. If someone's charging you thousands of dollars to teach you something you can learn for free on YouTube or in a $20 book, you're being scammed. The information isn't secret. There are no secret strategies. Everything is available if you look for it. What you're paying for is the illusion that there's a shortcut, and there isn't. Fourth, if you want investment income, actually invest. Put money in index funds. Max out your retirement accounts. Buy and hold for decades, like a boring, responsible adult. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, but it actually works. The math works. Compound interest works. Get rich slow schemes work. Get rich quick schemes don't. And fifth, if you want to start a business, actually start a business. Not a side hustle, not a passive income stream, a real business. Something that solves a real problem for real people who will pay you real money. Expect to work hard for years. Expect to fail multiple times. Expect it to be difficult and stressful and occasionally rewarding. That's what business actually is. The passive income dream is sold to people who are desperate, who are tired, who want an escape from their regular jobs. And I get it, I understand the appeal, but desperation makes you vulnerable to scams, and the passive income industry is built on exploiting that desperation.
So wow, Rick, passive income is basically a scam?
It's not a scam, it's a misconception wrapped in aggressive marketing and sprinkled with survivorship bias. Some people do build income streams that require less active management over time, but they got there through years of hard work, strategic planning, significant capital investment, or sheer dumb luck. Usually some combination of all 4. The scam is pretending it's easy. The scam is selling shortcuts that don't exist. The scam is convincing people that they're one course purchase away from financial freedom, when really they're one course purchase away from being $2,000 poorer. You want passive income, Morty? Inherit a trust fund or invent something actually revolutionary? Otherwise, accept that making money requires work, that building wealth takes time, and that anyone promising you otherwise is trying to separate you from your money. Now come on, we've got to go deal with an interdimensional tax audit because apparently my LLC in Dimension C-137 has been flagged for suspicious deductions. Wubba lubba dub dub, let's go.